Hello, hello, lovelies. How are my beautiful souls tonight? Well, it's not tonight, it's I'm trying to get comfortable here. Um, I'm on the uphill of feeling better, starting to be able to breathe a little bit more, and still have some congestion. I was thinking I need to find me one of those saunas so that I can help move along the congestion. Anyways, today was the last day of taking those medications, and I ordered my cleansing stuff so I can cleanse that stuff out of my body and cleanse any other toxins that I've got going on from being sick with this infection. Um, and still drinking my lemon water and taking my triglycerides and all that fun stuff. Anyways, so I just wanted you guys to know that I was thinking of you today and wondering what you're all up to. I miss you. When you jump on, let me know you're here so I don't feel like I'm all alone. I was actually, today was a really great day as far as, I just went inside and asking, what do I do? And is there anything for me to do? And the message received is just keep resting, keep journaling. And what's really been amazing is I've not only am I receiving inspiration for ideas and such, I've also been getting clarity on some of the patterns of my past around money. And so it's been quite interesting. But what I wanted to talk about was your money story and your comfort zone. Hey, Karen. Hey, girl. I miss you. That's so funny. I look at the clock and I always get those triple numbers. Anyways, so like a lot of times we know stuff, I believe, like at an intellectual level, but until you really sit with it, and just kind of do some inquiry around it, it's really not clear. And when I say clear, what I'm talking about as a mindset coach is, like we can know things intellectually, but it's until we get to the impact that it has on us and our life and the people that we love and on us as individuals, sometimes it just doesn't really hit home. So obviously being sick, at first I was just like really resisting it because in my mind, my ego was telling me that, here you go again. This is your pattern, and which is true to a certain extent. But what was interesting was distinguishing for myself, is this the pattern of sabotage, or is it a pattern of it's time to go inside and really just kind of look at things and try to get some clarity on what's going on? And so I was realizing that I have this huge comfort zone with my husband. He is so amazing. And we've been together 23 years. And I met him after 3 severely abusive physical, emotional, mental abuse relationships. And like I didn't feel safe with men. I don't trust women, like that's a whole nother thing. But anyways, it took a long time for me to just feel safe with my husband. And the first time I actually felt safe with him was we were in this program called the Advanced Course in the Landmark Worldwide Programs, which is the second part in a series called the Curriculum for Living, but the advanced course, very powerful. There's this exercise that they do, and they line everybody up in rows, and so the way it works out is you end up standing in front of somebody that you don't know, and you're like maybe this far from each other face to face. You have to keep your hands down to your sides, and the only thing you can do is stare into each other's eyes. And that was such a powerful experience for me, because there was two things that I got from it. The first one was, well, it's kind of three. The first one was, I had this, well, I did, first off, not safe with men, period. They're no good. They were always going to hurt me. I wasn't lovable enough. I didn't matter. And so I allowed the abuse to continue. I stuck there because I believed that maybe somehow eventually they'll love me. So I was part of the equation of the abuse, right? So here's this man standing in front of me, who I'm in front of, like we're like this far apart. Not only is he a man, he's also a black man. And so, you know, because my husband and I sat together throughout the program, he was standing right next to me. And during this exercise, and I think it lasted, I want to say like 20 minutes, at least that's what it felt like. But during the exercise, they're like saying things, or, you know, the leader is asking questions, and just you allow whatever is there for you to deal with, to just let it come up. And the other thing I experienced was fear of being with somebody at that level. What it reminds me of was when I gave birth to my children. Have you ever experienced holding a baby in your arms and just looking into their eyes, and all you feel is like peace and love and joy? The difference was, in that experience, first there was this major fear of being with an adult like that. There definitely was not any love or peace or joy or anything in my experience of being with him. However, it was also, the third thing was, I had been raped by a black guy. I was really also dealing with all three of those things at once. And I tried so hard to hold back the tears. I tried so hard to hold back the fear, the hate, the pain, everything that just you can imagine was just flowing up. And I could feel my face just beet red, and the tears, my eyes swelling up, and I just kept staring at him and kept staring at him, and he kept staring back at me. I'll never forget this experience. I finally just let it out. I let all the tears and things start to come up. And within a second, all of a sudden, I felt my husband's pinky wrap around my pinky. And I all of a sudden felt so safe. And it was like he told me in his body language, I've got you. Believe me, I did not know I was going to cry. It was just the most beautiful experience. It was the first time that I can remember feeling safe. And when he did that, it was like all of a sudden everything dropped away. And this man before me was just that. He was this beautiful human being. I had nothing about him other than this tremendous amount of compassion and love for him. It was all of a sudden as if I could see everyone in him, and this overwhelming feeling of peace. And all of a sudden, through his eyes, he told me I was safe with him. After that was done, he was the first black guy that I hugged. And my belief that men were horrible faded. So that was the first time I felt safe. However, over time, I didn't realize this until being sick, that I started to discover that I got too safe. And I don't know if there is such a thing as being too safe, other than I am familiar with complacency, and this is my fourth, maybe fifth experience where I've realized, wow, I'm inside of complacency or in my comfort zone. And my comfort zone has been with him. I'm so safe that not only I know that he's always got my back, but he's always got my back financially as well. And so there was like this battle that I was having about like resentment that he's manifesting this wealth of, that he's creating, and he's tripling his income and like all this stuff, and I'm excited for him, and I'm just like, wow, this is so amazing to watch him grow like this. But then there was this other side of me that was just like, you fucking asshole. You can't, like, I want to contribute too. Let me be someone who's contributing and all this stuff. And so I was noticing it coming up in our relationship where I would get defensive around money. I felt this is what happens. Okay, like this is the mind. So I really hope that you're following along with what I'm sharing. But because I had this context that I was coming from, that I wasn't aware of, it's unconscious until we begin to uncover it. What I realized and what I've discovered is that he is a comfort zone for me. And I have been pretending that I don't miss him, that it doesn't bother me that he makes really great money, while also being defensive about how I was spending his money. And also, like, I'd have these thoughts like he's always questioning me about money. Where am I spending it? Why would I spend it on this or that? Or or asking for his permission. Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. Love your beautiful mask. So anyways, Bella made her own Mardi Gras mask. So then I cut my finger, my pinky finger, and I cut it really bad. And when I looked it up on Louise Hay's emotions that are connected to our physical, the pinky represents family. And what stood out for me in what her message was about that is, what are you pretending around family? And So I started to journal about that.
Mom, honestly, you look like
it. Kind of small for my little face, or my face. I love the colors though. Beautiful. Anyway, so like there's just all these different little things that I've been uncovering, and it ended up coming up to this point of my comfort zone with my husband. And what I uncovered was the truth about what's really going on with me. And what it is that I'm scared shitless. I am so scared about being financially wealthy that I have been sabotaging myself. I have been, Karen said, awesome, Bella. Falling easily within inside of some mindset patterns of mine. All your paint is over there underneath that newspaper. But the truth is, I'm scared. All I've ever known is lack, and that there's never enough, and that you have to work your ass off to get what you want, and that rich people are greedy and they take from the poor, and like all these attachments of other people's stories, what society has put out there, what and it doesn't even have to be in the area of money. It's just about who you are as a human being and how you show up in the world. When I realized, like, those aren't even mine. Like, I grew up listening to that stuff. It's not even true. Like, it's my gift, my birthright to have financial abundance in my life. And I believe it at my core in abundance. However, I was 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And you can't have it that way. It's either you're in or you're fucking out. So this is huge for me, because the identity of who I am, of who I see myself as being 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, is this bold, powerful, courageous, unapologetic, fully self-expressed, badass woman who is transforming people's lives by eliminating the constraints of their past, creating wealth and well-being, and freeing them up from that past. And I know I'm good at that shit. So when I'm not in alignment with that, how can I manifest wealth? So that's just what I've been uncovering. I mean, that's just one of the little pieces that I've uncovered in this week journey of being sick. And I'm really excited about it, because I've been getting some really inspiring ideas, and looking forward to sharing them with you all. And I really do want to know from you, because I have a download that's been coming about, and it's going to be called Rewrite Your History. It's my tagline. I absolutely love this tagline. Rewrite your history, the courage to move beyond your past. And we will dive deeply into your mind and those limiting beliefs, and heal that stuff. That stuff, like what I just shared with you. I can only heal it. It's okay. It's okay. If I'm doing the work. So if you're doing the work, you can heal it, transform it, and create from nothing. I'm sorry, what? Okay, so do you need help with that? So my question to you guys tonight is, are you doing the work? I have 2 questions. Are you doing the work? Are you uncovering those things that have you inside of your comfort zone? Oh, I don't know if I can wash the paint off. are you doing the work? And, you know, sit down tonight and ask yourself, what are you evading? What are you doing that is not in alignment with this future self that you see yourself as this leader, as this entrepreneur? Ask yourself challenging questions that will, and if you like, if you're into journaling and you just don't think you have challenging questions to ask, just put it in the comments, let me know, and I can throw some at you to just kind of ponder. These are questions that my coach asks me, and they're pretty deep and challenging and really got me doing some work. And, you know, but the question I want to know from you, what is your comfort zone? And do you know when you're there? And are you doing something about that? Because my comfort zone that I've recently realized has been my husband. I don't need my husband to validate me or to somehow like prove to myself that I'm good enough or worthy enough, that I'm lovable enough. Like, that's not the foundation that I want to create from, especially as this woman that I see myself as, this identity of who I am creating. Because if I'm not that, then I'm the woman who's saying to the world, to the universe, that I'm not worthy and that I'm not deserving of creating massive wealth. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, I really, because I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with having money. But when I really got down to the nitty gritty of what I was really feeling about it, there was everything wrong about it. And the thing is, what was wrong about it is that I was making it wrong. I was attaching all of these meanings and things to it of what was wrong that weren't even mine. Like, it's stories that I've heard, people I listened to growing up, and I certainly, you know, the environment that I created and grew up in has been, Christine says, focus on the work, not the results. That's right. If you stay in integrity, yes, integrity is the foundation. I believe the results will take care of themselves. That's right. The results are God's business. That's right. Amen, Christine. Yeah, so now ever since, hi Tammy, I love you. Now ever since, as I was working through that today, I'm telling you what, like, I have been releasing like crazy, releasing and letting go, and just owning who I say I am as a human being in this world and doing God's work. And when I say releasing, I'm not talking about like just releasing emotions out into the air. I'm talking like physically releasing. Yeah. We'll just say number 2. That's what I tell. Number 2. Anyways, as I'm being guided to just keep resting, but I had to come on here, see what you lovelies are all up to, and I invite you to continue to share in the group. You know, if you have ideas, by the way, like if you're an entrepreneur or you're starting a business, you have questions, if you are an entrepreneur in the group, which I know there's a ton of you guys, you're all holding out and sitting in the background, and I invite you to come forth. You know, if you have an idea for a program and you want to share that in the group for feedback, do it. You know, get ideas, get people's feedback. That's how you're going to find out. You won't know unless you just start putting it out there, you know, and if you get a few likes, hey, that might be a good idea. Maybe somebody in the group might even enjoy it and say, I want to do it. I'm sorry. Tammy's on here and she likes masks. A sparkle mess going on here. anyways, so yeah, I just invite you guys to engage. If you have ideas on how to get more people engaged into being more engaging, shoot them. I would love to hear your ideas. I want to do the journey show. I absolutely loved Mary's idea for that. She also had another idea where we pick a topic like once a week or something, and I do like a live Q&A or a live conversation on a specific topic, and I bring you onto the live with me, and we have like this conversation and on that particular topic. So I have some ideas that are just flowing to me. Would love to have you guys participate, and if I just looked at the timer, it said 2555. Anyway, so I'm just going to keep getting on here live, which is stepping outside of my comfort zone. And I invite you to also step outside of your comfort zone and share whatever's there for you in the group. It's in our sharing with each other that we are empowered, we are inspired, and that we learn and grow. And yeah, just, if you're inside of a comfort zone, you know what it is at an intellectual level. And I promise if you just look a little bit deeper, what is it going to take for you to step outside of that comfort zone? And it's just doing the work. And when I talk about doing the work, I'm talking about like you are doing some self-inquiry that just challenges ego and discovering for yourself that it's not true, it's all made up, it's bullshit lies, and like you are the creator, a co-creator, and you get to create in life, and that's what I invite you to be doing. So anyways, I'm gonna get ready to go make dinner, and I hope you lovely ladies, well not hope, let me take hope out, remember that's one of the words, we don't use hope. I know that you lovely, beautiful souls tonight, and men, because I forgot we have men in the group too. You guys have a beautiful night. Namaste.